I have a rather odd analogy to give today, but I think there are some powerful and profound lessons that we wives might be able to learn from the way a man interacts with his most faithful companion, his dog, if he's a dog owner. Here's what I realized the other day is that when a man comes home, if he has a dog waiting for him at home, that dog rushes to the door to meet his master. I mean, the nails are just clicking on the floor as fast as they can go because the dog is just scurrying as fast as he can go to greet the master and jump all over him and say, "Yay, you're home." It's almost like the second coming of Christ for a dog that the master has walked through the door at the end of the day, right? You know what I mean? And yet we wives are like, not even paying really attention. Oh, hey, we're busy stirring the chili on the stove or whatever. And we don't even take any time to really greet our husband with much enthusiasm or warmth or love, or maybe even bother to give him a peck on the cheek. Maybe there's a little lesson there that we can learn from man's most faithful companion. And speaking of faithful companionship, how are we doing in that arena? I mean, that dog would love to follow the master everywhere he goes, say, "You're going to get in the truck and go somewhere? Can I go too? Can I go too?" The dog's just like, "Come on, take me, take me." And yet, when our husband wants to go to the home improvement store, we're not thinking, "Oh, please take me, but take me with you." And yet our husband would probably love our companionship. When he's out doing his hobby, he'd probably love for us to come watch him and cheer him on. Another lesson we could learn from man's most faithful companion. And here's one little lesson in addition. Often that faithful companion, the dog, will just sidle up to his master. If he's allowed to be on the couch, he'll just jump up there and just snuggle right in. And that dog won't say a word. Unlike us wives, we're just, right? Maybe we can learn a lesson there too. In fact, in 1 Peter 3 verse 1, God says, husbands may be won over without words by the behavior of their wives. Maybe just another little lesson we can learn as we watch man interact with his faithful companion, the dog. I'm just saying, maybe there are some little lessons we could learn there. How are we doing about greeting our husbands with a little enthusiasm and love? How are we doing with, being a companion to them? Because Genesis 2:18, God says it's not good for man to be alone. I will create a helper suitable for him. That's us, ladies. So how are you doing with being a companion to your husband? And then thirdly, do you sometimes just snuggle in and not expect your guy to engage in a big, long conversation? He'd probably love that, just from time to time anyway. Just some random thoughts for you.